I mean, I'm not a coffee person, so when I go, if I ever get a latte or whatnot, I don't know where the beans come from. I'm like, does it taste good? Okay, great. So what separates maybe some of these big corporations that have access to the best, apparently, sources from around the world from your local roaster? And what do people just maybe not understand about why they should support the smaller guys who are making coffee?
Right. So with the smaller guys, one of our biggest strengths, I think, is because we're so small, we don't have to rely on like these massive amounts of coffee that we're getting from great farmers, not so great farmers, like blending everything together and then just creating like this mass product. Instead, you're able to like pinpoint, no, I actually like working with this farmer here, and I'm going to work with him every single year, and I'm going to support and see how we can make their coffee better year after year after year. So that's something that like the small guys like us are able to be involved in, that the bigger ones, like there's just no way to do that. Like, how do you replicate that on a broad scale? I don't know.
Man, I've seen this with coffee and I've seen it with tequila, of all things. Everybody has a tequila brand now. The Rock, George Clooney, I think Justin Timberlake. People have these all their own tequilas, and I still am more of a like a tequila connoisseur, if you want to call it that. So I know the ones that I like and where they're sourced from, and I know the celebrities are putting their names on tequila. It's not the most, it's not bad, but there's a lot of stuff in it that makes it more palatable for a wider market that's not appreciative of where the actual juice comes from. But when you go to the old school places that make it the old fashioned way, the Tejana and whatnot, you can taste the difference.
See,
Like,
I should have asked for tequila today.
see, I should have brought some down here. See, it used to be a thing with this. That was the whole theme of the show, is that we would sit here and enjoy a cocktail. But as time went on, most of my guests are here in the middle of the day, and like, I don't want to come in the middle of the day and then drink, and then I got to drive home. And I sort of lost that, but I need to bring that part back, because that's the whole theme of Real Talks on the Rocks and shaking, and all the ice in this thing just melted. But going back to it, it's almost just they're charging a lot for tequila that, to me, is just not as good as the old fashioned thing that you could buy on the shelf for 25 or 30 bucks. It actually tastes really, really good. And do you see the same thing in the coffee market? I see a lot of people putting names on bags of coffee, influencers. And when you inundate the market like that, like, how does the average person even know, is yours the best? Is it the same as this person with a different label? What makes yours special? How do you help people get through all that?
Right. No, that's a great question. I should get a hold of some of those influencers and
Yeah.
no, it's a good question. I think we do our best to help educate our customers as best we can. I don't like leaving our customers in the dark, and I feel like a lot of coffee companies have made it to where there's a certain level of gatekeeping that doesn't allow the general consumer to know what it is that they're consuming and why. And so like I still run into people all the time who are avid coffee drinkers who don't actually know the difference between a light roast and a dark roast. And so it's like, and it's like, if we can at least explain to you the process of what's happening and why and what you're looking for, or why you might like this single origin better than you would like a blend, and why, right? And what does that even mean? And these are just like basic things that we try to teach. I don't know. I feel like that can help, because people like finding stuff that they actually enjoy, not just because it's got somebody's name on it.